And then the second thing I need to do is display it on the screen. So I'm going to scroll down to the draw, and if you see right here, we have a section of our code that is clearing our graphics device in a lovely shade of cornflower blue. Now that's why we got the blue rectangle a few minutes ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that background texture to my screen. And I'm going to use something called a sprite batch. And I'm going to say I'm going to begin drawing. Then I'm going to draw in the graphic. Oops, lowercase here. And the graphic is the space BG. We're going to start it at the top left-hand corner of the screen, so that's a two-dimensional vector graphic with a value of 0 for x and y. And then we're also going to add this one extra part here, which is the tinting of the graphic. And we don't want any tinting at all. We just want it to be the pure background space graphic. And our sprite batch. On that, and we should have outer space. And we do. So everybody's ready to pay 99 cents for that, right? We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a layered graphic here of a spaceship. So I'm going to go through the same steps. I'm going to add an existing asset. It's a little UFO. And then I'm going to add some code to bring this UFO in. Again. I'm going to create another texture 2D called ship. And also I need to keep track of the position of the ship on the screen. Keep in mind that you can use X and A for building 3D games. It's a little bit more complex because you have to keep track of stuff in the 3D space. And you have to define a camera that is a view around your models in 3D space. But it is a lot of fun once you get into the hang of it. So here's our ship position.
C#, sorry, just in case.
Yes, this is C#, that's right.
So if you know Java, you can pick this up easy.
Right, the languages that X and A supports today are C# and Visual Basic. All right, so here's the point at which we load our content. So we're going to say ship dot equals content dot load. Our texture 2D. And this is called UFO. And the name of it actually is in the content project. So if I clicked on this, you would see the asset name down here, which is called UFO. But you could change that if you wanted to. And then the position of our ship is going to be and it's going to start at 0, 0. We could have used .0 if we wanted. This is an alternative. And then finally, we want to draw it on the screen. So we'll come down here, and right after we draw the stars, we'll draw the ship. And the position is going to be ship position. And again, it's what? No tinting. Does anybody know why I put drawing of the ship after drawing of the stars?
You want the ship on top and not the...
Yeah, you want the ship on top, that's right. So here's our ship. You'll notice it's not really in the top left, but that's only because the game orientation or the assumed orientation for a game is landscape. You can change that if you want, but that's the assumed orientation. Yes? Is there a question?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so one more thing we're going to add here is moving the ship around the screen because it's no fun unless it moves. So we're going to have a variable here for the ship speed as well. And you guys have to dust off your vector math for this kind of stuff, I'll tell you. That's a vector 2, and we're going to give it a speed of about 100 something per something. So then what we're going to do is in the update loop, this is where the game universe updates, but it's not involving drawing. So this is where we figure out how much movement needs to go on the screen, where a character is, if a character's dead, that sort of thing. So here we're going to say that the ship position is increased by the ship speed times something we're going to convert to a float. So that's a floating numeric variable. And I'm just going to split this on 2 lines so you guys can see it. We're going to take the game timer, lapse game time dot total seconds. This is an important thing to use because the update may not fire on a regular basis, but the game timer always keeps a nice steady beat of what's going on in the game. So we'll run this. We should have some movement in our game. I don't know how well this will translate across the live meeting.
No, you're good.
So there's our ship, and uh-oh, what happened? Lost it. Okay, go. Good. Because it doesn't know, the game doesn't know when we run out of screen. So what we're going to do, and I'm not going to type this here, I'm just going to add a snippet of code that I added earlier to actually bounce my ship. And it's just saying, if the X position is past the width, reverse the X position. If the Y position or the X position is less than 0, reverse that. So it's basically going to give it a bounce. Pretty straightforward stuff. So now our ship's going to go around the screen, and at some point it'll bounce. Great. There it is. So space is not infinite anymore. All right, a few other things we can do in this game to make it more worth 99 cents is we can add some sound. So I could bring in a sound effect. I add an existing item. Bring in this UFO flying sound. And then I want to play this sound. So I basically need a variable for that. So I create a sound effect variable.
Hey Glenn, feel free to ask questions too, because I have some swag to give out for people that answer the question. Yeah.
Okay. What color shirt am I wearing?
Green.
Red.
Blue.
Red.
You're not wearing your shirt.
That wins a t-shirt right there.
Yeah, that does, I agree.
I'm not confirming or denying, but that's pretty funny of a remote presentation. So I have my variable for my UFO sound and an instance of the sound effect that I'm going to create and play. And so now when I load the content, I'm going to bring that in here. So I need this sound effect for UFO flying. I'm going to create the instance. I'm going to set it up as a loop, and then I'm going to play it. And we'll wait until the sirens go by. All right, so I'm going to unmute my PC and turn it up really loud, and we'll see if we get some sound effects here. All right, so we're getting there. And then you can just leave your phone sitting on your friend's desk or hiding under his desk and just let that go. You can also do cool things. We're not going to do it here, but you could pan the audio left and right. You can introduce Doppler effects for objects moving closer or farther away, so that's pretty neat. What I want to do, one more thing that I want to do with this, well, actually 2 more things real quick. One is I'm going to add some touch interactivity to the game. Right now, it's not a game, it's more or less a movie. So we want to do some interactivity with this. So I'm going to bring in another sound effect, and this is going to be sort of a hit sound, like a laser blast. We'll bring that in. And what we're going to do is load that again into a variable real quick. All right, and then we're going to put this snippet of code down in here. Oops. It's right here. Nope, that's not where it goes. We need to load the content again.